Hey, good morning, y'all. TGIF. Look, y'all, I'm getting ready for work, and I just was thinking about something. Are they ready? And who is they? Our children. Okay, excuse me, I had to jump off for a minute. But again, the question is, are they ready? Are our children ready? And y'all know, for those of y'all who have followed me, that of course I've got two granddaughters and niece and nephew that I'm very close to. And of course my son, he's grown, he's 33, married and all that good stuff. And I don't know if it's because I'm older and I'm paying more attention to it, and now that I'm sitting in the seat where I'm heavily involved with my family, I'm heavily involved in, you know, being Uber and Lyft and doing things with them and for them. It's like I am becoming my mother. You know, my mother has her tentacles in, of course, a lot. Community-wise, mentorship-wise, family-wise. And I see myself becoming her as I'm getting older. You know, I remember I used to sit back and say, I ain't doing all that. Well, I'm doing all that. And it's a great joy. Sometimes it can be taxing. Sometimes it can be a little frustrating because it's like I work a lot of hours at work. So when I come home, I'm ready to relax, chill, spend time with my friend Rex, and just enjoy that part of my life. But I recognize that I have people in my family that need me. They need my help. They need my assistance. And so, because I have to think about, you know, because I was young and I got pregnant early, teenage pregnancy, and my parents were there to help me and assist me along with other people in my family and outside my family. So it's not necessarily paying it forward. It truly takes a village to rear children, to raise children, to be there for children. And I got to thinking this morning, I thought, you know sometimes in my inner self, and sometimes even verbally, I get frustrated because you would like to see the young adults. Now, I ain't talking about the teenagers, because they still are very dependent upon us as parents and relatives and all that kind of stuff. But I'm talking about the younger adults. You sometimes you get frustrated because you would like to see them further along than what they are. And then I think about when they go to school. Of course, the teachers and the educators, their jobs are to teach them that history, teach them that math, arithmetic, science, you know, all that. That's their responsibility, and for them to know how to add and subtract, to do integers and all that kind of stuff. But then I think about, you know, but what about life? When they get out of high school, a lot of them, they're 18 years old. If they don't have a clear path or direction of what they want to do, they're still fumbling and juggling. What is it that I want to do? Are they ready? Are they equipped? Because I think about the simple stuff like, we are so dominant in email and text and this and that. Do they really know what to do? I mean, you know, that's why I might start a little kids corner where I do it once a month. And like I said, have them write a letter. They still got to write the letter to the young lady that does, the young girl. Somebody said she ain't a lady. Young girl. She's 11-year-old that does the water missions in Flint, Michigan, because they still have that water crisis. And for them to be able to sit down, write a letter, take it to the post office, or either, you know, do that, or be able to stick it in the mailbox, flip the flag up. Even though we don't use, quote unquote, mail as much, you know, people email people information, you know, they email, they text. But there are some things in life you have to be able to use the mail system. There are some things that you have to physically put original documentation into the mail. You've got to sign paperwork. A lot of offices, a lot of doctor offices, they're not going to accept a fax copy of your signature. Some do, but some don't. You still have to put stuff in the actual direct mail. And so I think about those type of things that that they just are oblivious about. they may have learned it. It's been talked about, mentioned in school, but it's no application, no real life application. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to start doing little snippets, like make everything be a teachable moment. That was one of the things I love about my mom and still love about my mom. She knows how to graft things in to make it teachable moments. And that's how she was with all of us. And so like when we go to the movie theaters, you know, it only takes 1 minute. You know, just let the cashier know, hey, it's going to only cost $15 for us to get in, but just hand me back $1. Don't close the drawer. You know, say this so they can't hear. And then make them pay attention. Say, okay, it costs $15 for us to get in the movie. I'm finna hand her a 20. And just to make sure that they're mine. Because again, they can go and do the classwork and do it on paper. But then as they get older, they need to know that, okay, if I give somebody a $20 bill and it only came up to $10, then I need to know that my change should be $10 and not $5. You see what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Just to put their mind, again, planting a seed. Now, children, of course, you know, their attention span is not that great. But at least you're planting a seed, and as they get older, and every time you go somewhere and do something, make those little type things be teachable moments. And like I said, that's one of the things I love about my mom, because she used to do that with us. She made everything just about a teachable moment. So when we, you know, when something came upon us, we could go back to that. So anyway, I just thought, just to talk about it, you know, I have to remember not to be so harsh and cut really them some slack, because I've done a video on, you know, are they just lazy? And I think when I think about it, I said, well, you know what? Yeah, in some instances that's true. Some of them are lazy. Yes, we know this. But then I think about, well, you know what? It may be because they just aren't ready. They just are not ready. I mean, they're not really ready to handle their business. And I think they're scared. They're scared to skip their toe in the adult world. So, like I said, not that we continue to enable these young adults, but again, if we have to go through a series of 6 months of teaching them real life stuff, like how to write a check, how to call people to handle your business, because mama and daddy always did it. So they never even had to worry about any of that kind of stuff, because we push education, and that's always good to do that. But I think it's also important to remember to show them the practical things. And that's why I say for some men, you know, when I'm talking and mentoring to men or young men and stuff, you know, and I've had to say this to my son, let your daughter see you buy her a dress. Let your daughter see her, let her see you buy her dinner. You know, I know we leave a lot of stuff up to mom, and I'm not saying that men don't. I specifically was talking to my child. Let her see you take her and buy her hair care products. There, you know, I know that's a girly girl thing or a mom, but you got a lot of single males out here that are raising their children and they're doing the daggone thing. And that's awesome. Or you got, you know, just like in situation with my son, you know, he's got a daughter that he has her part-time and the mom has a part-time. So that's their normal. So let her see you do those things. Don't just always leave it up to the female or to the mom. Let your daughter, you men out there, let your daughter see you take her to the store and pick out a cute little summer outfit or whatever the case may be. Let your daughter, same way with your sons, let your sons see you doing things. And when you're out and about, you're driving, teachable moments. But like I said, you know, I thought that it was just important that I needed to come back on here and just really almost have pause. Not that, again, you continue to let them just sit around and eat Fruit Loops all day. No. We really have to ask ourselves the question, are they ready? Because I think about all the things that I take care of, all the business I take care of. And I'm not saying this is for everybody, because I was able to, I had to grow up real quick. So I have always, you know, sometimes not good decisions, but I've always took care of my business, and I had to learn through trial and error. But honestly and truly, are our kids ready? And I mean, you know, even from the simple things, being able to calculate stuff in their mind, and you know, I'm serious. Are they really ready? At 18, when they're 18, and again, now if your parents along the way that have been showing them and teaching them and say, okay, buddy, 18, you either going to college, get a job, or the military. Bye-bye. 18, you're out. So you know, and I know that there are parents, honey, they've let them know from probably the age of 16 or 15, okay, you got 3 years to get it together. But again, honestly, also, I think it's important that we teach them. Because, I mean, with Dexter, oh, honey, he learned early, around 12 years old, okay, he had chores. He had to know how to clean his room, clean, wash dishes and everything. Showed him how to cook a little bit. You start showing them stuff, you know, so that, you know, you as the parent, you don't stop being the parent. But again, it instills things in them, you know. So anyway, I mean, I can remember going to the grocery store and letting Dexter see, you know, see how much these groceries cost. Wow, Mom, that's a lot of money. Yeah, they need to see a little bit of that so they can begin to understand the value of things. But anyway, I just thought about that thing. But as it relates to the young adults, when they hit that 18 year mark, and okay, now we just push them out, because like I said, we've handled the light bill, we've handled the telephone bill, the water bill, the electric bill, all those bills, the cable bill. We've preached to them, cut that light off, I don't want no high light bill. Okay, but that's one thing to say it, but then for them to actually see, and let them see what a bill looks like. Let them see what a bill looks like. You know, I know a lot of times we shield our children. They don't need to know how much I make. You know, when they get to a certain age, yeah, let them know. See, okay, this is what I brought home, and see why. This is why I tell you to cut the lights off. Because guess what? Look at this look at this $400 electric bill. My paycheck for this week is $800, or whatever the case may be. And here's a $400 light bill. So guess what? Subtract that $400 from $800. Wait. Then we got to pay rent. So they need to. So again, they can be learning what the value of things are. So anyway, I just wanted to come on that and just remember that. Again, this is not a right, wrong, or indifferent. It's just things to think about as we're raising our children. And even now, I still have to say some things to my family and things to my children. Even now, and especially for these young adults, you know, the question is, are they ready? And what can we do as family members, as you know, aunties and uncles? What can we do to help them get more ready, even though they're already quote unquote grown? What can we do? What can we really do to help push them to be more ready, to be more equipped? Because I got to think about it. I said, my goodness, girl, you take care of a lot. And just like you all out there, I'm sure y'all think about, how do I even have time to drink any water during the day with all and everything that I have to do on a day-to-day basis? Whether it be you're having to take care of your mother, your father, you've got a hectic job, you're very heavily active in your community, and you're running from this side of the city to that. I mean, you know, you sit and you think, and this is what we do. And then you think about these 18-year-olds that are just walking out into the world. And they know how to do a whole lot of other stuff. They're very talented and sharp when it comes to a whole lot of other stuff, maybe concerning their, and maybe that's all they need to focus on right now is their education. And I get that. But I'm talking about when it comes to handling their business, they're just totally, they don't have any know-how. So I'm just going to have to, you know, I'm asking God to, you know, help me with that I'm not so, why come you ain't doing this? Why come you ain't far longer than... Not that you enable, but really truly ask the question, are you ready? And be able to have a dialogue with that young adult and say, okay, what are you afraid of? Because I'm here to tell you, I just from my own life, just witnessing and talking, I think some of these young adults, they're just really scared. I really do. I think they're scared. They have been under the umbrella and the auspice of mom and dad or grandma or whoever And they are really scared. Now, there's some of us that were like, hey, 18, you got your plan in your head. You're jet set. You know what you're doing. And that's beautiful. But there's a big majority of young adults, I'm serious, that they are just scared. And how do we move them from scared to doing? How do we move them from scared to accomplishing? How do we move from scared to taking the first step into their future and not staying stagnant where they are? So anyway, I just wanted to come on and talk about that. I just thought that important to just, again, I don't know what anybody's business is. I'm just being transparent with mine. And my family, and just in general. I've got friends who have young adults, and they're like, girl, I can't get this joker to get up off the couch, honey. I mean, I can't get him to check out no train. I'm saying this is real life stuff. So it's like, okay, instead of us barking at it, because that's all we know to do, because we the parents. So instead of us barking at them and being dogmatic, so to speak, what is it that you're afraid of? Come on, let's have a talk. Let's talk about it. And it's okay to be scared, but you can't stay in scared. You can't stay in the scared place. You can't stay in the scared house and the scaredness. Let's move us out of scared, and let's take the first step into your future. And this is how we're going to do it. Okay? If you're afraid to talk to people on the telephone, come on, let's do some mock telephone things. Get a couple of your friends to say, hey, my son's going to call you, or my nephew's going to call you, and don't drill them, but, y'all have some mock telephone conversations. Hi, my name is so-and-so, and I want to know what I need to do to open up a bank account or take them to the bank. Whatever the case, whatever the situation. Okay, my name is so-and-so. Here's my account number. I'm just, I'm going to be a little bit late on my bill, or whatever the case may be. Or I want to pay my bill over the phone. In other words, we're not going to use the internet right now. Learning how to have those communication skill sets. And then, your friend is on the other line saying, woo, woo, the wop, wop, woo. Again, just getting their feet wet. Because, the Lord could take the matriarch of the family away any day. Anything could happen. And then they're stuck still and scared because they didn't know. Now, that will probably catapult them to handle their business. But why does a tragic or crisis or death have to occur for people to move? And maybe that's the way it's supposed to be designed to happen. But again, y'all understand what I'm saying. With all our getting, let's get an understanding. And we, like I said, we can blah, 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 talk. But let's do application. Let's do those. Hey, let's go to the post office. Let me show you what you have to do. Write each other a letter, put it in the mail, and see how it works. And when you open up the mailbox, you're like, oh yeah, these are the letters we wrote each other. And you can read, So again, little simple life things that we don't even think about, but it actually helps because it makes them feel a part of, what's going on in the world. But anyway, because I'm going to tell you, computers, internet, texting, all that's beautiful. But to me, sometimes it removes the human element of touch, sight, and voice. It just totally removes that in some aspects. Sometimes you need to get face to face and communicate. Sometimes it's good to get on the telephone and communicate and work out problems and work out troubleshooting and stuff. I know everybody don't like to wait on the phone, but it's a needed and valuable skill set to have, But anyway, let me get, because y'all already know what I'm gonna say. I love to bump my gums. But anyway, let me go. Y'all have an awesome Friday. We will be doing Saturday morning live. We're gonna jump right back in we're in Genesis. We're going to talk a little bit about that. And then, we might just do a Q&A session or just talk. But anyway, stay tuned for that at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. And that's it. And that's all. Let me go. God bless. And may the peace of the Lord be with you. Bye.